Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Paul, and I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'm gonna try and keep this video as short and as to the point as possible. And I truly believe and hope that this would be of immense value to your business. Now, the whole idea behind this analysis is to kind of give you an idea of what's possible, different marketing strategies besides Groupon that can actually help you grow your business. Okay, so and again, this video is going to give you ideas and suggestions, and you feel free to do with this information whatever you please. My whole goal is to make sure that you're well informed so you can actually make an informed decision as a business owner. Okay, so the very first thing I notice in my analysis is when I come to your website right here, is like your information is kind of like top to the bottom, and I can have to scroll down here to see your address and your telephone number, and I have to actually can scroll down here to see your address and telephone number as well. Now, pretty much when it comes to website design, it's been proven, it's been shown that when it comes to website, there's what we call heat maps, and now heat maps are pretty much where people tend to gravitate to. And when it comes to contact information, this tends to be the best place to have your contact information. Okay, to the top right here, this is usually where people's eye gravitate to when they come to your website. And I'm gonna give you a few examples. Okay, this is Park City's Cairo spot. See right there is your information. Another one right there is the information. So, and again, like I said, this is just a suggestion. But if you could take the time and just go through a few websites today, you notice that about probably a 60 to 70% of the sites that you see would have this pattern of having the information displayed to the top right corner. Now, people, our consumers, your potential clients, they have been conditioned, they have been trained to look for that information right here when they come to a website, and it serves you much better to have that information for them where they're looking for it. Okay, moving forward to your Facebook page, you have a bit over 29,000 people on here. This is a big community right here that you have. Kudos to that. Now, I don't know how busy this page is, but guys, if you're receiving text messages and if you're having people send you lots of messages on your page, it would really serve you better if you have like an auto reply feature on here, because maybe someone has a very simple question like what's your address, or what promotions do you have right now. And if you're not right there right then to answer that question, you might lose a potential client. So how do you fix that? You can get a messenger bot. It's kind of like an auto reply feature that you can enable on your page, and you just have the information that you want to be sent out as an auto reply. Now, if you getting a bunch of messages, then I'm sure you see a pattern of messages that people ask quite a bit. So you can create an FAQ with that and actually have that as your auto reply when someone sends a message. And if you have a current promotion, you can also switch that up and have that as your auto reply when somebody sends you a message. If you want to take this a step further, you can actually customize a messenger bot on your system for your Facebook page that actually is going to do some pretty cool things besides just a single auto reply. Okay, and now we can talk more about that if that's something you're interested in. Now, the basic auto reply is actually free on Facebook. You just have to activate that on your page. If you need help doing that, let me know. I can walk you guys through that, but it's a very simple process. Okay, all right, so moving on here. So when I search for chiropractors in Carrollton, Texas, now I might be wrong, but I've kind of scanned through the page and I can't find you guys here. Okay, now if you notice, now this is just the first page of Google, and I'm not even gonna bother going to the second page. You guys might be on the second or third page, but typically, guys, nobody goes past the first page on Google. Well, let me rephrase. Most people don't go past the first page on Google. And think about it. I mean, they have like 15 to 20 chiropractors easy to choose from this first page. What are they going to the second page to do? Okay, so this is where you want to be. You want to be on the first page of Google when people search keywords that's related to your business. Okay, and there are two ways you can get it. You can get here by paying Google to advertise for you. So these listings that have the word AD next to them, these are paid advertisements. So when I click on this right now, these guys are going to get charged for me clicking on their advertising. Okay, now secondly, you can get on here through SEO, which is search engine optimization. Now, simply put, what that is when you actually construct your site in a way, you design your site, by adding different keywords and links and stuff on your page to make it very relevant to Google. So when Google is scrolling this page is looking for information, your page becomes more relevant and they display the most relevant pages first. Now, this takes time. It's not something you can do right now and see the results right away. But once you start seeing the results, it's actually worth the time and investment it took to get there. So that's two ways you can get on the first page of Google. Now, speaking of advertising, I need to point out that not all advertisements are created equal. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's say chiropractor number one here has a very good advertising. He has a quality score of 10, and he only has $2 to spend for advertising. Well, with his $2, he's going to rank at 20, which is pretty high on Google for his advertising because he has a very high quality ad. Advertiser Dr. 4 over here is spending $8 because he's loaded, but he's got a crappy ad, and yet he's got a very low rank. So this guy is going to reach more people and spend less money, and this guy is going to reach fewer people and spend more money. Okay, so creating Google Ads is very easy, but it's not. Okay, anyone can do it, but it takes experience and it takes a lot of practice to actually learn how to get to advertising to get a quality score of 10 on Google right here. Okay, so let me show you an example of what I mean here. So this ad right here is right here on top. Okay, you notice there's a lot more text. He's got his office hours here, services, FAQs. So this ad looks a lot more robust than these two lines, and it makes sense that this guy is ranking over here. Okay, that's just a clear difference between this advertising and this one right here. Now, this is a very simplistic explanation of how these things work. I'm not going to bore you with all the details, but quality score is not the only thing that determines how much you spend. Okay, but it's gonna be it's gonna play a big role in your advertising cost. Okay, so keep that in mind. So let's take a look at your page here. So I did a quick analysis on your page, and from what I see, you really don't have any inbound traffic coming to your page from the search engines. Now, I'm sure you have other ways of marketing like Groupon, but if you really want to scale things up and reach more people more quickly, you will need to advertise online. And the only thing I see here is you have about 4 people come to your website from Google, about 4 clicks every month, which is really nothing. This could be bots as well. I mean, just that's really very negligible. So let's just compare what your colleagues are doing. So this is Chief Cairo. This guy's in your area as well. It looks like he's spending about $950 to get 430 people to his website every single month. And he started spending this around July, like you notice right here, and he has since then increased his ad spend, and he's still spending. So I mean, that tells me that he must be he must be getting some good results from this advertising if he has been spending since July. Okay, so let's move on to the joint. This is a bigger chiropractic. These guys are big. They actually have several offices across the US, but also have one in Carrollton, and that's why they're here. If you see right here, they're right at the joint.com in Carrollton. All right, so now they're here because if you notice right here, they are getting about 62,000 people to their website every single month, and right here it said that they're not spending $87,000. This is what this traffic would have cost them if they were paying for it. Now, how is it that they're managing to get this for free? Well, right now they're getting it for free, but they have paid someone a long time ago to run an SEO campaign for their website, which made their website pretty relevant to Google, and now Google shows their website whenever someone searches for keywords that they are that's relevant to what they're ranking for. So again, this is free traffic. This is paid traffic. They're paying right now for this. They have paid a long time ago for this, and now they're reaping the benefits every single year. Okay, big difference. And now let's see. Let's move on to Facebook here. So Facebook advertising is pretty much what I recommend for beginners. Number one, because it's cheaper. And also you're able to do a lot more cool stuff in Facebook. I mean, there's a lot more tracking that you can, a lot more, targeting that you can do on Facebook ads. So right here, this is your coordinates for your office, and I have it right there. So I mean, you guys are probably somewhere around that area. And right now, it's telling me that there are 1.8 million people within a 10-mile radius of your office. Okay. And I can target, and I can even make this more interesting. I can adjust the age of who I'm looking for. I can, advertise only to women if I want to. I can advertise based on language. I can also advertise based on interest. Like I can advertise based on income level. Okay. So now, why is this important? Facebook gives you the ability to target people based on income level, because you guys offer, I mean, your services are not cheap. I mean, so you want to make sure that the people you're advertising to, because there's no point that they show up to your office and claim that free offer that you're giving them, and when you tell them what they really need to get well, they say they can't afford it. I mean, that's just no point of that. So when you advertise to people that can actually afford your services, you're making sure that when they show up to your office, now all you have left to do is to convince them that you can actually provide the relief, the treatment that they're looking for. And it's telling me in your area you have about 210,000 people that are currently making anywhere between $7,500 and $100,000 every single year. And yeah, they are like 10 miles away from you. So these are people. This is a prime audience that's just waiting for you to actually show them what you can do for them. And if you were to advertise on Facebook, we will reach these folks for you and spread your message to them. Okay. So pretty much to wrap this up, guys, I really think what you're gonna need is someone that has a really good understanding of Google and Facebook, like how these two work together, and I mean, because Google and Facebook, these are two different services, but like I said, I would recommend you start with Facebook, and you can eventually move up to Google services. But I mean, to do that, you need to have a good understanding of the services and how you can actually use them to reach the goal that your practice wants to reach. Okay, so again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I tried to be fast and keep it as short as possible, but there's just so much stuff I can share with you, and I get passionate talking about this stuff. But again, so if you want help to get this done, if you want to try something besides Groupon, if you want to reach more people every single day than you have reached on Groupon for the past month, then let's talk. Okay, let's talk about Facebook advertising. Let's start right there, and we can advance you to Google, at a later point. Okay. Again, if this was some value to you, please let me know. I mean, we don't have to walk together. Just let me know what you think about the video. The feedback is very important to me as well. Okay. So thank you so very much, and you have a wonderful day.